From the Green Room Studios at Bates Nursery in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Gardening Inside Out, a podcast with highlights from our Saturday morning live show, answering all your gardening questions, giving you plant advice for any space in your life. Let's start the show.
Hey, y'all. It's Tyler Blankenship across the way.
And hey, it's Caroline Gant on the other side of the way.
Of the Green Room. And we're recording this intro a little bit early today.
We are.
Somebody's taking a vacay.
I'm taking a sojourn.
Where are you going?
I'm going out Virginia way.
Nice. Y'all like to go out that way.
Well, it's really beautiful.
It is beautiful.
There's some mountain highlands that are just the perfect combination of rolling hills and mountains.
And y'all do a lot of hiking, so you'll be hiking and looking at nature while you're out there, right?
Yeah, more bicycling than hiking this time.
So you'll watch that nature fly by.
Yes.
Slower than a car speed, faster than a hiking speed.
Yeah. It's almost kind of like being on your own personal railroad.
I love that.
And you're just gliding along and watching the scenery go by.
Now, are you going to set a timer for any of this? You don't need a timer for beauty when you're on a vacation. Vacation is timeless.
Thankfully, no. We've got an open running timer. And time is not of the essence.
Good.
Unless it's, eating good food at the good times or whatever.
Gosh, you guys are going to have the best time. Go to a lot of restaurants, eat some corn dogs.
Corn dogs. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
Yes, please. But I can't wait to see your pictures. You always come back with plant pictures. So I hope you come back with a few.
Oh, certainly. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be kind of rolling hills and some valleys, so I'm interested to see what's offered there. And because it's at a higher elevation, I like the last time I went to this certain area, everything in Nashville had already leafed out.
Yeah. And
here it was still dormant. There were still things just starting to bloom. And it's crazy to me to think that it's only 6 hours away. And you could have a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Like you, dear listener, listening to us wailing about heat in Nashville, but maybe it's cooler where you're at.
Maybe you're in a cold
it's wetter.
Spot. Yeah. Interesting. It is crazy. I mean, after you get back, I will be going on my trip shortly after. And I'll be going out west.
Yeah, I was about to say, where are you going?
I am driving close to Sacramento to see the B-52s. And we're taking like 5 days to get there and then a few days to get back. So we'll be driving through. We're going to go to Wyoming, Colorado. We're going to go to Utah. We'll probably spend a lot of time in Nevada because we love Nevada. And then down through New Mexico and Arizona on the way back, which Beautiful. I am thrilled. We've done this trip a few times. It's always fun. It's a lot of driving, but I'm going to get to see desert plants, which is one of my favorites. If you know me, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know I love the succulents and the cacti.
Yeah, so we'll be collecting a lot of video and visual examples for you.
We sure will be. But we're collecting a lot of stuff in our gardens too right now. And I have collected a lot of plants that I have been planting. And Tyler, while you're gone, maybe that will be my timer. You will be my timer, you being gone, to maybe, let's say, plant half of the things on my driveway.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That would be a pretty good dent. And we've gotten all this rain.
When you're talking half the things on your driveway, we got numbers here.
Are you saying how many? I mean, you looked at a Google Maps photo of an aerial shot of my house the other day, and you said, Caroline, you could see them from space, which is true. Tyler could see the pots.
I could neither confirm nor deny what the objects were, but
I would say I probably have about 30.
30. That's a lot.
And that's generous. It might be like 25. So
for half or total?
Total.
Yeah.
Total. Oh my gosh.
You got some work cut out for you.
25 to 30 for half. That would be insane. Yeah. And I haven't looked at them. I've been very busy lately, so I have not looked at those plants in about 2 or 3 days. And y'all know that 2 or 3 days can be detrimental to a plant in a pot that's sitting on a driveway.
It's been raining though.
It's been raining, but sometimes they tip over. But I'm sure the moisture will get into the soil. I hope so.
Now I'm just imagining a bunch of like fallen bowling pins of plants in your on your driveway.
So they're on my driveway right by where I park. So I pull my car in, and then I'll unload plants really fast. One, hide from Derek, but also not really. He doesn't really care. But sometimes I'm like, I don't want him to know about a bunch of plants, and I'll just throw them in the plant pile. I'm like, well, there's already a pile. You can't really tell it got bigger, but it's slowly encroaching to where I pull in. So I really have to work my way around it. And sometimes I'll hit one and it'll fall over. I ran over. I tried to transplant a Japanese maple, which was not a good idea. It probably wouldn't have survived anyways. It was in a bad spot, and I was going to give it to a good friend of mine who had lost hers during the ice storm, but I ran over it. It fell over, ran right over it, and it did not bounce back.
Ooh.
It's dead. It's still in the pot. It is not alive. It's been dead for a good month and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty here.
Gardening is about honesty.
Is it?
Yes. It brings out the honest sides of everyone. Maybe? I don't know.
Certainly can take an honest look at things.
Yeah.
Those plants.
I'm letting y'all know.
And read what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But my stuff that's in the ground looks great. My Sun King Aurelia, which I talk about a little bit on the show, I had it in room, so you won't hear as much of the audio if you didn't watch the broadcast because we do edit that out. But Sun King Aurelia, y'all, that is, it's one of the specimen pieces, I would say, in my garden right now. Like, it's with my hosta. All of my hostas came up. They looked amazing. But this time of year, as we get hot, we kind of get some fungally issues, especially with this rain we've gotten. Some of my hosta looks not great right now, but your eyes are drawn to the Sun King Aurelia because it has just kept growing and it's so yellow and bright. The color of it is kind of unlike anything else, like how bright it is. When you walk into our shade perennial area, like you can see the Sun King Aurelia from way far away.
It's not yellow green. It's more like a lime green.
It's like a lime green,
lovely.
like a neon.
Yes.
It's like a neon sign for your garden. Chartreuse. I would say chartreuse. Chartreuse.
It's lovely.
It is. It's lovely. So that's what I'm staring at right now.
Well, I'm staring at you.
Yep.
Obviously.
And my pizza box.
That's right.
Because I just ate some lunch.
Yes. So, but what I really want to be staring at, in addition to that, is my mountain mint.
Oh my gosh. Is it your short tooth mountain mint? Because
Yeah.
mine is in full bloom. Actually, I think the picture on our thumbnail from the podcast last week was the blooms on mine. It's so pretty.
It truly reaches prime time in summer, and it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And there I found a potter's wasp on this
I was about
plant.
to talk about them. That's what they like.
Yeah.
They
and
are all over mine.
That
the
was
last
just a
couple years.
discovery. Now, when I say the W word, wasp, it doesn't mean that they're going to be aggressive or anything like that. They actually ignore me when I'm up on them.
And they're kind of a cool color.
But the way that you'll have to look up what a potter's wasp nest looks like, because it's basically these little vessels. Like, they literally look like tiny terracotta jugs with a little flute and everything on them. You're going to be like, oh, how about that? And
they created that.
Yeah. And they literally pot them up on stems of plants and undersides of big leaves and stuff. It's just fascinating.
I've never looked at their nest before.
They're like little jugs. I promise you, it's nuts.
Is it worth it? Because you know how
Completely
allergic
different.
I am to stings. So
It's worth it. They never even chase me or anything.
what if I get stung?
I'm sorry. I wish I could be there to stab you with an EpiPen, I guess.
I don't need an EpiPen just yet, but you remember last year, listeners? Last year near my mountain mint, I was weed eating and I reached in to pick up something.
Oh.
And I might have gotten stung by one of them because I probably thought I was going to smash it, and it stung my hand. And my hand looked like when you get one of those latex gloves and you blow it up.
The glove.
Even the doctor at the urgent care, because I just have to go get a cortisone shot to make the swelling go down, was like, "Can I take a picture of your hand?" He was like, "This is crazy." It was fun.
You're a medical case study
Maybe
now.
I'll go back and find a photo of that if y'all want to see it and put it up.
Maybe.
It was shocking. Even people in the waiting room were staring at my hand. I was like, I know, it's giant. I can't do anything about it. It's just going to keep getting bigger until I get a shot. It's like a big old balloon.
Did you pull it out and scare people?
Yeah.
Ah!
Whoa. No, I didn't try to scare anybody.
Did you say how many fingers am I holding up? And you just waved
Held that hand.
Yeah, and they're like, it's all just one finger. It's so swollen.
It is shocking when it's a fairly common thing to have a localized reaction to a sting, like how much your body can swell up in one area reacting to something.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
I hope that doctor showed it to all of his doctor friends.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
He probably did.
Maybe.
You know, I feel like they would be the type, just like us with weird plant stuff, that they would share
Yeah.
maladies and, hey, look at this weird thing I saw today. And who knows if it violates HIPAA laws.
It probably does.
We won't
Probably.
talk about it.
But I don't really care. He asked permission, so I'm fine with it. I talked about it on the show a little bit, but I want to go more in depth with it now. The aster yellows that I have found
Oh, yeah.
in my garden.
Aster bummers.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know if you've dealt with this before, listeners, but it can be pretty detrimental to your pollinator garden, your pollinator bed. All of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
Yeah. Aster leafhopper carries it. And, but there are also mites that can cause damage that looks like aster yellows, which is what happened to my echinacea this year.
But it wasn't aster yellows?
It wasn't aster yellows. And aster yellows looks kind of gnarly to me, like, because it's also off color, but then there's also mutations happening and stuff like that. And the mite damage that I kind of waited mine out because, you know, you could just tell, oh, the center of the cone of the echinacea looks really weird.
Yeah.
And it kind of formed this like mohawk type plume that was very strange, but it still looks great as a plant. It's still, you know, most of the other blooms are unaffected and they look fine.
Okay. Well, good. Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm still heartbroken over mine.
And I'm so sorry about yours. I also had to confirm a customer's on our Instagram. I was looking through and she's like, please confirm my worst fears that this is aster yellows. And I had to. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, it is.
I'll
Great.
put my photo up so you guys can see it. Yeah, but it sucks.
It sucks. So it's something to be on the lookout for sure, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because viruses are no joke.
They are no joke. And I was so sad and overwhelmed that I just threw that one. I pulled that one up, threw it away, and then didn't go back down to my garden. I haven't been back since because I've been busy. And I'm like, I got to get down there and pull up all that echinacea before it spreads, if it hasn't already. But, you know,
so
if
sad.
it has, I'll just have some cool mutated blooms.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah,
be
you will.
wild, but it'll spread everywhere. So maybe I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. How's your veggie production?
It's good. My beans I have so many purple beans and green beans that I can't even tell you how many. It's just crazy. We can't keep up with eating them. And my cherry tomatoes are doing great. My big tomatoes are starting to come in. My cucumbers suck this year.
My cucumbers were great, obviously. You saw
We
the
all saw that photo.
insane post,
Uh-huh.
and then they sucked. And now they're kind of okay, but they're still bad.
Yeah, mine haven't been that great this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. The last couple years, they've gotten like the fungal spots on the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, you know, the rain came back with a vengeance, and it's still, you know, we had like a heat wave thing that happened. It warmed up, it got really dry, but then it started raining again.
yeah.
And it cooled off a little, which is cool. And I had a conversation with a guest just a couple hours ago, you know, hey, why is my zucchini not fruiting? And I had to conjecture that it could have been the heat wave that caused the plant to stress out and not set fruit. Or it could be other issues related to, you know, I mean, she said there's enough pollinator activity, cool. But sometimes they just shut off the fruit and tap.
Yeah, they're just done. Cut it off.
Yep.
Last call.
Well, I told
We're
her
done.
I told her to hang in there.
Hang in there. I need to rip mine out. Mine's kind of been doing the same thing. I got some early, but now it's sitting, and it's a matter of time before the squash bugs are here if they're not there already. So it's time to pull mine up. I'm ready to see them go.
I know. You reach a certain point, everything looks so rough, and you're just ready to start over.
My Swiss chard looks amazing.
It's doing well, even in the heat.
Yes,
Wow.
it's doing great. And my kale. My mustard greens immediately flowered and went to seed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Which is fine.
they gave up.
The blooms are cute, I guess. They're yellow. They're actually not that cute. But I'll get some seeds that I can use and sow them pretty soon for fall harvest.
You want to know a fun fact?
I always want to know a fun fact.
The island of Bermuda, one of their best crops you can grow because it's kind of hard to grow things there, kale.
Really?
Yes. It does. It's really tough. It does really well with the type of climate over there. And so, yeah, a lot of people garden with kale on the
Interesting.
island of Bermuda.
I love the fun random facts that you know.
Yeah, they also have, there's literally a Bermuda outfit, which is very British, but instead of having slacks, you have shorts. You should look up.
What are you talking about now?
I watched
talking
a
about?
video
Listeners,
on
what is
Bermuda,
Tyler
okay?
talking about?
And it's incredible. I mean,
What?
also kale is great with the water availability because you don't get, there's no natural sources of water on Bermuda. It's except for rainwater.
Yeah.
So people have to fill up these huge cisterns. It's nuts. It's a completely different way of gardening.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow, Tyler, when did you watch this?
When did I watch this? A year or two ago. It just came to me because
Wow.
you mentioned kale. So you're welcome.
You said kale. Let's talk about it. Wow.
I know.
I had a kale plant for 3 years that got to be like 8 feet tall. It was crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Stop.
I kept it going. I have a picture
did you keep
of it
chopping
somewhere.
on it and it kept growing taller and taller?
Yeah, it kept growing taller. Taller. That's what I call Tyler. Taller. It's you. Yeah, it kept growing and getting taller and taller. And I had it right by my chimney. I'm going to try to find a picture. I mean, this was like 2017, 2018. It was a while ago. But I remember being blown away. I was like, this kale is still going.
Yeah, it's a really tough plant.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know this too, but you can beat the leaves to make it less tough.
Uh-huh. When I make my kale salads.
To tenderize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. You know, I didn't know that for a long time, and I was like, how do people enjoy this?
Well,
This
if
is
you eat it
nuts.
without doing that, and you're the one I think that introduced me to doing that.
Yeah, you can model the leaves and then also add a little bit of lemon juice and a little salt, and it helps soften it up.
So much better.
So if you're thinking about kale and you hate it, give it another chance because it's pretty tough and good to grow.
Or toss it in some olive oil, put it on your pizza, then it gets crispy.
Ooh.
But wait until it's almost done, then put it on the pizza towards the end. Because you don't want to completely burn it and then it just turns to ash on your pizza. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, you always got to finish your greens at the end.
We do. We should have pizza day
And
here.
herbs. That's a great idea.
We should build a
Who
brick
has a
pizza oven.
Yeah, I was about to say, who has that? Adam, maybe? Adam might.
Do you think you can bring it here?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Dismantle that, bring it to the nursery, and let's have pizza day.
Okay.
Pizza day.
Stay tuned for that, listeners. So, should we pivot away from pizza? Because
Let's pivot away from pizza. It has nothing to do with plants, and our listeners are probably like, I'm here for plant talk, not pizza talk.
Yeah. Well, speaking of plant talk, us, I guess, have an upcoming new series we should talk about. Well, it's already
It's already come out. It's already come out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed our latest garden snack episode with Renee Bates.
With Renee Bates. We are so excited to have this like little mini series, these mini episodes that are snack size is what we're calling it. And if you have listened to it already, then you have heard the amazing jingle at the beginning. And if you are a 90s baby or you were alive and conscious in the 90s, then you might recognize the tune. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. You got to figure it out.
It's a little Easter egg.
It's a little Easter egg. But we are so excited to bring in folks from outside the nursery, talk to people here at Bates. We're going to be bringing a number of folks on and just getting to know them, getting their gardening tips, like what they can, their expertise that they can give to you, that they can hand on down.
Yes. Some of it's local. Hopefully some of it's inspiring in your own communities to emulate certain things, because we've had some really great conversations with people who are doing really cool city-led things that help enrich our environments.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about them now, and I'm just excited about all the we've pre-recorded quite a few, so I'm thinking back to some of our great interviews that we've had. And so many more to come.
That's right. Just stay tuned on Mondays. So the podcast comes out Wednesdays. This will be your little Monday treat to start your week off. If you do that, we take Mondays off usually. And
Yeah, so if you miss us, if you come into the nursery and Tyler and I are not here because it's our day off, you can still hear our voices
yes,
in a new release.
you'll be looking around saying, "Where are they?" No, they're in your AirPods.
They're in
Put
your
them on.
AirPods. They're in the speaker, the sound system of your car.
We're coming out of your Alexa, whatever you listen on.
We're here and we're taking over. Well, speaking of taking over, is it time to take over?
Time to let the show take us over.
There it is. I stopped. I said time to take over, and I was like, I don't know where to go from here.
Okay,
I'm at a loss for
we're
words.
going to the show. We don't need words.
We don't need words. We'll
we
go
already
on
had
to the show.
words.
We did. So we had Sarah Bates on this week, which I love having her on. It was a treat to have her back on. So you'll hear Tyler, myself, Sarah, as well as Josh Carey and David Bates.
We're glad to have everyone in this morning and to be talking about what you want to talk about.
Yes.
And it's not just you, Josh.
I know.
It's all of us. It's this incredible cast that we've got joining us today. And it's always a pleasure to have Caroline Gant as a part of that group. Good morning, Caroline.
Good morning.
And of course, I'm very pleased to have my daughter, Sarah Bates, on board today. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, sir.
And really great to have you guys. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Tyler Blankenship across the way there.
There
Good
he
morning.
is.
Sir.
You have
Great to
your
see
serious
y'all.
face on this morning, Tyler.
Serious face.
Serious time.
No, I'm having a great time, and I'm ready to get your questions answered today.
We all are.
And we got noise coming in here that I didn't intend to do.
Huh.
So anyway, thank you all for joining in. And so, ladies, what do you have on your minds this morning?
Always plants. Just
Always.
plants. Yeah.
Always.
We just got a bunch of new plants in and house plants that are looking really, really good.
My gosh, some of those orchids are just mind blowing. There's one that's a very pale purple and green.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all
so
need to come
pretty.
check out houseplants.
Absolutely.
It's a good time of year to get them. You know, it's too hot outside. It's been raining. You know, you don't want to plant stuff in the
Right.
rain or in the heat. So come get houseplants. I can't even see Josh over this
Hello.
beautiful phlox, which is not a houseplant, but you should also come get this. But yeah, it's just plants on the brain. Always
Yeah,
plants. And it's a little bit fried right now. So
Yeah. Didn't we get a lot of, we got a new shipment of perennials in yesterday too?
we did. Right here, big new shipment, which we will talk about a little bit later. But I mean, we are stocked here at the nursery. It is gorgeous. And I did buy a lot of perennials last week.
I just want to
That's
call
okay.
Yeah, you did.
to the attention that Caroline's face is framed this morning by the Aurelia, the Sun King Aurelia.
Sun
there.
King
So,
Aurelia.
she's looking sunny this morning. So Sarah managed to turn that before we went on the air so that it wasn't directly blocking you, Sarah.
I could have been just behind like one little leaf. That would have been
No,
okay.
That would've been
would
great.
have been. The way it was before. So anyway, we're
Thank you.
it's the one thing that since we are a professional nursery and we are a year-round venture, Josh,
Yes.
we find it difficult to sell things that we don't have. So we're constantly bringing in more stuff. There's not a week that goes by, even at this time of year when it's not our busiest time, that we're not bringing in multiple trucks of a variety of things, including house plants and perennials and whatever that is needed to keep our selection of materials complete and well-rounded. So,
Mr. Carlson used to say you can't sell off an empty cart. So, I mean, you got to have it. Yeah, you cannot do it.
You can't do it, and it's folly to think otherwise. So I imagine that, of course, we want to put it out there. You may have questions for us.
Maybe.
This is a good time to bring them forth.
Or
If
comments.
you do have, and you can, any of our ways you're watching us online, you can connect with us that way. Caroline,
Multiple
you want to give
sites?
the email address in case they want to go
Absolutely.
that?
If you ever want to send photos, the best way to send it is to gardeninginsideout@gmail.com, and you're going to want to send those by Friday evening. Tyler has to upload them, and then I get the email itself. So it's good for our show prep to get it a little bit ahead of time. You can answer or ask questions live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are streaming this right now. You can also message us over Facebook and Instagram. We will see those. So
Yep.
There are plenty of ways to get a hold of us.
That's at the Gardening Inside Out page or the Bates Nursery.
Or the
and
Bates
Gardens.
Nursery
Yeah,
page.
so-
That's right. But I guess let's dive in because we got quite a few questions today. Some
Okay.
very exciting
do it.
ones. We're going to start with viburnum. Is it safe to cut viburnum back now? Is it safe? Are we going to lose
Depends on
anything?
what you're using, I guess.
Yeah,
to
don't
cut
use a
them back with.
chainsaw.
But as far as the viburnums go, it's very safe.
Yep.
There's no injury going to occur to the plants. If it's one that blooms later, you could be removing some current blooms or future blooms if they have simply gotten too big. And, depending on the type of viburnum, they're quite aggressive growers. You may necessarily need to cut them back. And even if you have to cut them back pretty severely, it's not a bad thing.
No.
You just have to realize the ramifications of your actions, which means that you could lose some current flowers, but sometimes you just need to do that to get it back within bounds because this time of year, particularly in the growing conditions we've got right now, the temperatures are perfect, the moisture is perfect. They are growing like weeds. So if you the general rule of thumb for most things, if you're going to trim, is to try to get it done, by early July. And even though we're approaching the middle of the month,
Yep.
Certainly by the beginning of August. So if you're going to cut those, this is a great time to do that. And what that does is that permits the plant to reset new growth buds and flush back out, and for that new growth to harden off before frost arrives. And even though that's not until at earliest the middle of October, that way you don't have foliage getting burned or whatever. So if you want to trim your viburnums, yes, this is a good time.
Good time
Safety
to do it.
goggles.
Oh, wow.
Steel-toed flip-flops. Yeah, you got to have those. And
Definitely.
hearing protection. So if you're going to be out
They
there,
got to be comfortable.
yeah, you got to go.
You sure do.
100%.
That's a good reminder that I have a popcorn viburnum that I just need to plant because it's sitting in a terracotta pot that got cracked. And so it's basically not potted up anymore. And it has no leaves because it's been dry. It's still alive, but got to get that in the ground. Hey, we got a live comment in from Jane Ann. Good morning, Jane. Jane says, good morning,
Jane.
all. Recently discovered the favorites option on the Bates website. This has been a great help as it keeps me focused on the plants I've researched and prioritized for purchase. Thanks. That's great to know.
We have a great website, and shout out to Rachel and Mary who work at it daily. The bad part about it is there's so much data out there. There's so many things to choose from that if you don't use that feature, you can kind of get lost in all of the. I don't know about you, Josh, but I get distracted at this stage of the game,
Right.
and I lose. Yes, squirrel.
Oh, squirrel.
So,
Okay. I get it.
little tools like that certainly help to improve my focus whenever I'm doing anything. And that is a nice little feature that we have on the site.
It is. Our website is really fun for shopping. I shopped on it last Saturday and bought a lot of stuff online. So
It's
we were
incredible.
closed, so I had to online shop.
As someone who's gotten to see like every iteration of the website, it is truly a thing to behold.
It really is. It has evolved. It's doing its thing. It's doing great. All right, Brugmansia not blooming. What's going on? This is one of my favorite plants. It's early. That's all that's going on. This usually, in our climate here in Middle Tennessee, it doesn't typically bloom till we're moving into fall. So you probably have a good 2 months before you might see like the full blooms opening and it really showing out. But just give it time. I mean, mine gets about 5-6 foot before it even starts to set bud. And some years it doesn't. If yours is coming back from last year, if it didn't come up early enough, you might not get any blooms, but you'll still have like a beautiful tropical looking plant. So, you could be happy with that.
That's really good to know. It's nice to have something to reliably bloom that late in the year and
Yeah.
still give a tropical vibe.
It is. I need to transplant mine. It's it's not in a great spot, but I'm going to do that probably in the
But
fall.
it's not in the driveway, though, right?
It's not in the driveway. It's actually in the ground.
Wow.
I have so many driveway plants right now. I shouldn't have gone online shopping on our website on Saturday.
Well,
But I
hey.
did get 2 of the 6 things I bought in the ground on Sunday.
That's impressive.
1/3 of the items. The rest are in a kiddie pool on the driveway.
Well, thank goodness for all this rain.
I know. I was stressing about them. So They'll be happy. Our next question, I think, is right up Tyler's alley.
Is it?
Maybe. I planted bananas years ago. I'd like to get rid of them, and I'm having a hard time. Any tips?
Somebody
I know
wants
you
to get
grow
rid of
bananas.
them.
Can they, Tyler? I don't know.
Is it possible?
Yes, they can, but just be prepared for surprises. Like next year, you didn't get all of it out,
And the year after that.
and now they grow underground. They send their new growth underground, and then it pops up usually near the giant mass that it starts to form underneath, which you will discover as you start to dig through, and it's not dirt that's down there.
Nope.
So you might need to rent heavy equipment because you said years. And I mean, it took me a month just to thin out my bananas that had been established for a decade.
Wow.
Yeah, and what you're describing, Tyler, is indicative of the fibrous type of bananas, which are hardy.
That's
here
right.
now.
Hardy fiber banana.
Had you planted a tropical banana,
You wouldn't have to worry
you'd be
about it.
having this trouble
Yeah.
because they freeze out every year. So these either the Fargesia or I think that's one of the hardy types for sure. You know, they're very vigorous, and you're not ever going to get fruit off of them. You might get some really juvenile fruit. You're not
That
going
is
to get
correct.
fruit off of a tropical banana, but you're not going to get the regrowth. So if you want the banana look, you might simply consider planting a tropical banana in there and not one of those fiber types. And the main distinction as far as the appearance is that your tropical bananas will be more of a single stem, where that these hardy types will be multi-stem. They'll be decidedly more bushy looking. So
Yeah.
And just stay ahead of them, because the one that I had, I just clipped it off at the ground when you saw the little babies pop up. So I mean, you just move along with it.
And it died eventually?
No. It actually,
I was
it
like,
actually
what?
it got paid forward when the amphitheater went in. So
Yeah.
it's on one of Shannon's crews. Decide, oh, I want that one. Okay, you can have it.
You can
I've
take it.
definitely, if you're my friend, you probably have gotten a
A
banana.
banana?
from
I
me.
haven't gotten a banana from you.
Well,
Are
you
we not
haven't-
friends?
You haven't told me that you want a banana, Caroline.
I don't.
See? You would have
don't
had
want a
one years ago.
Because I planted cannas years ago, and I can't get rid of those. I feel like it's very similar to bananas. They just keep popping
No,
up. I
cannas are
dig, they
much
come
worse.
up. I dig, they come up.
Those Anna plants, gotta look out for
The
them.
Anna plants. Oh my gosh. Now I'm thinking about them and getting mad. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. I want to know your thoughts on this. I've seen several types of extendable moss poles. Are there pros or cons to the different types?
Ooh, I mean, that's a great question. We do have a nice variety of types. I think, for one, it helps knowing your plant that you're going to be using your moss pole with. Is it something that has a tendency to cling? Does it need a little help with some Velcro or some twine? We have some that you can either fill with your coconut core or peat moss, whatever you
Whoa.
choose, or you can leave it open to let it kind of grow through it.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that we have that are wrapped in that cocoa fiber, and then kind of like a Pez dispenser, you can add one on top of the
Yes.
next one, because those monsteras never stop
They
growing.
never stop growing.
Ever, unless I have learned I'm going to back off on watering, because this bad boy just keeps putting out leaves. I'm running out of space. But yeah, I really enjoy the ones that you can just kind of add on to. That way you're not having to undo everything and
Yeah.
bring
The
in a new
stackable
thing.
ones.
Yeah, I think that is my favorite advantage to those.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I'm
what
a
about
big fan.
you?
I like the stackable ones. I prefer the sphagnum moss ones, which we actually don't have right now of the stackable that I like, because it's got pins in the bottom, and then you can stick it in
Oh,
the
that's
next one and
smart.
keep on going bigger.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I
There's
like
so many
that.
different ones out there. This is a great question. We could do like a whole 30-minute segment on
we really
moss
could.
poles,
It's a
but we
short
do
video.
have some great ones. You can check them out on our website.
Yes.
What? They're all listed on there. But yeah, asking about the extendable moss poles, you all want something that you can keep adding to, because if you don't get something you can stack something on top of, that plant is going to get huge. It's going to grow, and then you're going to have to put one next to it, or
Yeah.
take it off
Caroline?
and put it back on. Hey, Josh.
What is the best medium to put your moss pole into?
I don't know.
Would
David?
that be Earth Mix garden products?
It's never a bad time of year to add Earth Mix to your garden. Earth Mix garden products are sustainably sourced, living soils and amendments crafted to give you the best success for your gardening efforts. Establishing a raised bed? Use Garden Premium Topsoil Blend for an excellent performing growing medium for flowers and vegetables. Amend your gardens with their supernatural compost, with all the nutrients needed to recharge existing soils. For houseplants, their Proganics Indoor Grow Mix is a fantastic potting medium that will feed for up to 6 months without the need for additional fertilizer. Earth Mix is sold only at independent garden centers, so head over to earthmix.net/find earthmix to locate one near you. Success begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix garden products. Josh, I think you made something appear with your magic wand.
What was that?
What?
It's the Earth Mix tote bag.
Oh my goodness
Beautiful.
gracious!
And we're going to be getting these into production soon, and they will be in our possession, and maybe some Gardening Inside Out viewers might want one, huh?
I think so.
Mhm.
They're going to Costco with me.
Stay tuned for updates on that. But I just wanted to share this sneak peek with everybody.
That's
That's very cool.
Those are stunning.
Those are beautiful.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
the hardest thing, we all get these awful plastic bags
yeah.
last in perpetuity, so it would seem. And so it is an acquired habit to, carry your shopping bags with you so that you don't get it in that position where you've got more items that you can carry in your hands. So it's always good to have some bags that you take home with you and that you reuse, because these little plastic bags are not going anywhere.
No, unless they
And
make
the
them
only way
into
we can,
decking or something.
There are parts of the world that do not allow those to be sold.
New Mexico, Colorado, California.
Love that.
I think
Well,
Florida
and
now.
the country of Mexico.
Florida.
The whole, yeah. I
Really?
think- I
Florida?
think- I
So, yeah,
think.
we're-
That's shocking.
Well, recycled
United-
cotton are these, and they're going to be nice and
Are they going to
comfortable.
be available for purchase here at the nursery?
They may very well. Depends on if we can keep them in stock in our other endeavors and at the Garden Center conference in August, where
Nice.
Earth Mix will have a booth at the Lowe's Vanderbilt Hotel in Nashville.
I'm going to go ahead and commit us to giving at least one away to one of our listeners here today, or when we do it.
At the very least.
So
One of our special viewers. Hey, Colin's on here. He's getting hot on
Good
YouTube.
morning, Colin.
Good morning, Colin. It's so good to hear from you and see your little icon pop up. Colin says those are purty, so he likes the bag. Colin
Thank you.
approves of those bags.
Thanks, Call.
Thank you, Colin. And I just wanted to hear you talk a little bit about the newsletter you wrote this week.
Yeah. So this week can seem like, we're just kind of maintaining, which can be boring to some people, but it is part of the cycle. It's been nice to see my pumpkin continue to grow and know that
Is it doing good? Do you have
it's
squash
doing
bugs?
so well. I haven't
I
looked
bet you
close
don't.
enough to
I
see if
hope
I have
not.
squash bugs, but yeah, it's been a nice reminder of the change in weather to come.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So yeah,
and one of the things you talked about, Sarah, was a salad that we had a week ago, and
man.
we had a family dinner. Renee, Sarah, myself, and brother Jason, or son Jason, depending on who's
Her brother, Jason.
Brother Jason.
her brother.
Brother Jason.
And we went out to Folk, which is a great restaurant. We thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really nice. And but you and your mom both raved about this beet salad, and you raved about it in the newsletter, and actually said, "Here's what it is." And
I
you might
did.
go by there and get one.
I did. It's funny. Paul, who works in our Earth Mix production, does some deliveries. He went the day after we went to Folk, which is over in East Nashville on
Yes.
Meridian Street. Give him a visit. It's fantastic. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "Did you have that salad?" And he was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I could have had 10 of them." It's I don't find myself getting zealous about salads too often, but that one,
Especially
it was,
ones with feta.
oh my goodness! But it was perfectly ripe nectarines, roasted beets, fresh mint with the leaves and the flowers, that nice feta, and then a good squeeze of lime juice on top. Oh my god!
You're making everyone hungry.
Yeah,
or at
you're
least
welcome.
me. I'm like, ooh.
You're welcome, but it's well worth to pay them a visit over there as a good reminder of what all you can do with this fantastic
I bet
veg
your
and
dad had
fruit.
the steak.
He did, and
I
he
bet
was
he
kind
did.
enough to share it. And my goodness, the marbling.
So good.
I've been known to eat a steak from time to time.
I've heard that.
Every so often.
Yeah, it was spectacular. Look forward to going back.
Well, I loved reading that in the newsletter.
Thank you.
Your newsletters are always a joy.
Try to make them fun. Try to show how
Fun
much
and
I enjoy
exciting.
them.
Yeah.
It's a great gift to get to do it.
Well, and Sarah is experiencing that phenomenon that I experienced many years ago. That it's a challenge to find enough legitimate gardening stuff to talk about, but there are enough ancillary type of things. When you're talking about a salad, these are all things you can, except for the feta cheese, you can grow in your own garden and reproduce these many things. So,
You
it
could grow a goat.
takes a little. Well, you could.
Yeah.
Not only most people have accommodations for a goat, but
We'd
anyway,
have to be a nursery of a different type for goats.
100%.
Nursery for Goats. Hey, Colin is commenting. Colin says, okay, looking this place up. Are they a sponsor of the show? LOL.
Absolutely not. Just passionate
just so
about good
good.
food.
And then Colin does have a question about parsley. So let's get to that. My parsley bolted this year. It's never done this. Do I replace it? Do I just trim it down to the stalks? The lower leaves have turned white.
Don't eat
I've had
those.
it for a while, and this is new. So Josh says,
we
don't
really
eat
had
those.
a
Don't eat the
run
white
of-
ones. Yeah, I mean,
We had a run of hot weather in
Yeah.
May,
Mm-hmm.
which exacerbated that, and it was dry. So it were the kind of conditions that would be favorable towards the bolting result. I really don't think you can do is cut them back.
Right.
And right now we're getting great conditions for regrowth. So I think you can, just like with the viburnums we talked about earlier, I think you can do it now. With really good results, because we're not having oppressive heat and we're not having dry conditions. So go forth and prosper in your garden.
Get it, Colin. And speaking of cutting stuff back, we have a question about pothos. How do I get a leggy, bald on top pothos to be bushy again? Should I give it a big haircut? Yes. Give it a haircut. You could cut it pretty much all the way back. I do this with a lot of my plants. And then they come back healthier, beautiful. The leaves are clean and glossy. And then you have that fullness back. And I know Sarah is a big fan of propping things. So you can be like, Sarah, take that cutting, prop it, and send it to some friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one of
propping meaning propagating.
Propagating.
Yes.
Yep, you can
the,
propagate
you don't
that.
have to just set it up against a wall just so,
Prop it up. Yep.
But yeah, that's one of the wonderful things about pothos is that you can take those little nodes, you can cut them up, you can maybe let it dry a little bit on the end so it doesn't rot when you go and stick it in some dirt and water. But yeah, it's a joy to get to share your houseplants with your friends, and then you get to watch them grow in their homes.
And if it's not particularly thick down in the center, you can take those cuttings and stick them back in the pot.
That's true.
Root them back in there.
That
and
is a
get it
great tip.
full. So there's a lot of ways to make use of all that. And, if you're familiar with pothos at all or any other kind of binding plants, it's almost unlimited opportunity with how many cuttings you can make off of it. So
You could
it's
even scatter the leaves across the hallways of your house to lead people into different places.
Oh, Tyler, wow.
How did those leaves get there?
Better follow these.
Better follow that.
Get to a big present or something. Where are we leading these people to in our houses?
Rose
knows?
petals works better than
A leprechaun who only likes houseplants as their treasure.
That's what it is. Yep. And also cutting your plants and sharing them is great because from experience, I've had multiple plants that have died over the years, but I've taken cuttings from those plants and shared them with folks. So then I've asked if I can get a cutting back. I had one plant that was very sentimental, so I would have lost the plant had I not propagated it and shared it with friends. But the mother plant died, and then I was able to get a baby. So
I love that.
there's so much joy in that,
Yep.
and joy in question. So let's get to another one. Should my crepe myrtle be blooming by now? I mean, they're showing off all over town. It's a good year for crepe myrtle, I would say.
Absolutely.
So
if it's not, you got to feel like maybe it's in a spot where it gets a few hours of direct sunlight. You know, crepe myrtles can tolerate shade. The price you pay for that is reduced or maybe no flowers,
right,
depending on how heavy the shade is. So should it be flowering now? Absolutely. Now, but there are some cultivars that flower a little later. So look closely at the ends. You'll see the evidence of little bloom buds starting to come up. So inspect carefully. Don't confuse flower buds with the seed pods that come after the flowers, because they're bigger and more coarse looking. But you likely will get them. You may just get them later if you have not quite enough hours of sunlight. They really would like to have at least 8 hours direct sun every day.
Mm-hmm. We are hot on YouTube. I'm loving all the comments we're getting. Pam says everyone needs the cute Earth Mix bag.
Yes,
it looks like we're going to have to add some to the order,
We got at least 3
Tyler.
people who said they would like one. So.
Yeah, I want one too. So I bet
I
you
want
want one. Josh
Yep.
wants a bunch for
I want
Costco, and you're going to
15,
have a
I
lot
need
for
15.
Costco.
Yeah.
And then Colin says, cut it to the dirt. Got it. And then he also said, OMG, is that lamb's ear in the room? It is. R.I.P. Kev. I've won all these plant things. Now lamb's ear is here, and no one's here to say yuck. And we will talk about that in just a little bit.
Yep.
Let's get to another question. Native perennial plant suggestions for a full sun area. So echinacea is one that comes to mind. That one's going to be great. Rattlesnake master, I had that as our feature plant last week. It's a native. It's very similar to a yucca. In the winter, when it's not blooming, it looks like a yucca. It stays up a little bit. But then these bloom spikes come up that are probably about 6 foot tall. Ooh. They're amazing. I actually put a photo of the blooms of mine up on our social media. So on Facebook and Instagram on the Gardening Inside Out, you can look at those blooms. Those are 2 that are going to do good. Rudbeckia, I have a lot of it in full sun, dry areas that once established, I don't water, and they do great. Just a lot of our full sun native plants are going to be great for that dry full sun area. So, and we, as you can see in room, have so many at the nursery right now. So come out and see us and get you some native plants.
Oh,
and talk to Bridget back there, because she can talk to you all day.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to Bridget.
That's right. We always got to talk
program.
Bridget.
You may never see her
But you'll hear her
on
name.
the show, but you can come out here and see her.
And tell her she's an expert.
She is an expert.
Tell her.
She knows so many things. I mean, she can answer questions. She can ID plants. It's pretty impressive. We have another question that kind of has to do with this last one. Tips on starting a prairie garden.
Ooh.
Come out here. Talk to Bridget.
That is a great idea.
But with that, I mean, just look at what you want. You can go to your local garden center. You can shop on our website that we've already talked about a lot. But I like to do a big mix of stuff. I like to do plant starts as well as seeds. And I like to incorporate native grasses into that mix. So, I mean, you could go so many places with a prairie garden. Grasses, little blue stem, big blue stem, switchgrass could go in there. Put more rudbeckia in there. Get our Tennessee coneflower in there. Rattlesnake master. Wow.
They're all just showing off this time of
Don't
year.
forget to
really are.
prepare the area if you're sowing the seeds.
Yes.
Because
This is very
they're going to be
true.
fighting against.
Oh, don't sow them on the grass. No,
Yeah.
that was a given.
Well, if they're wanting to start, and you got to determine the overall size. How big do you want it to get?
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
you do.
Devote as much space as you can.
Some say there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. But we say Bates Nursery is. Located in Nashville, Tennessee, Bates Nursery and Garden Center is a separate world unto itself. They feature the widest variety of plants, including trees, shrubs, native plants, perennials, houseplants, and specimen evergreens. Their knowledgeable staff will assist you with any gardening needs, catering to any experience level. Open year-round, and Caroline, tell them how to get here.
Bates Nursery is located minutes from downtown Nashville off Briley Parkway, exit 19 in beautiful Whites Creek, Tennessee. You'll see it's worth the drive from anywhere. No time to visit the nursery? Shop online with delivery and pickup options available for the greater Middle Tennessee area at www.batesnursery.com.
So if you want to learn a lot about living and a little about love, Visit Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932.
So Colin is commenting. Colin said, it's time to set your life timer and go to Bates Nursery.
Yes.
And that is a reference to the podcast, the intro that we did this week. Tyler brought up that I believe he was doing dishes and he set a timer.
Loading my dishwasher.
Loading his dishwasher.
I was like, how long does this activity take? Because in my head, it takes 20 minutes.
And then
Turns
it
out
took
it
you
took
5. Yeah. And
Less
then he
than
had
5.
all this extra time. But we talked a lot about turning your timer on to go into the garden, turn it on to weed. If you weeded 15 minutes a day with that timer set, I mean, your garden would be so clean. But Colin, thanks for listening. And that made me laugh so hard when I saw that comment pop up. All right. Are we ready to get to some photos?
Let's do it.
Did you get my echinacea photo I sent you?
No, I did not get that one. Hold on.
That I sent you yesterday and said for the show?
Uh-oh.
Hey,
That's okay.
Did you see Kim's question on the Bates page?
I did, yes. Let's do photos and then we'll get to
Okay.
that. I've got it all queued up.
Okay.
So do you want to...
I do have Donna's crepe myrtle.
Let's go with Donna's crepe myrtle. So Donna said showing out this year, which, yeah, the crepe myrtle. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Donna, that is stunning. And I think Donna has a Sun King Aurelia.
At least
right.
3 different cultivars of crepe myrtle in
Those
that
are so
photograph.
pretty.
Boom.
Oh, Donna. Holy
That's a good-
guacamole.
That's incredible.
Is Natchez, which is, crepe myrtle are normally
Stunning.
associated as being a bush, but Natchez is in fact a tree. That is a 30-foot by 25-foot wide specimen.
Yes.
So that's tree.
Every bit of tree.
That,
All right, Caroline,
Donna, that is stunning.
I've got your echinacea.
Oh, my God.
Tell us what's going on.
Guess what I have? Aster yellows.
Oh no.
Yep. It was in the middle of one of my echinacea patches. We actually put that photo up a month or 2 ago. It was the red echinacea that I have. This was in the middle. I pulled it up and I need to go back and probably pull up the rest of the echinacea that's in there. So you really want to be mindful of it. And it's going to affect anything in the aster family. So it could potentially take out all of my asters, my liatris. It can get to that, my rudbeckia. And y'all know I have so many of those things. So while this looks cool, it's kind of pretty, it is no fun at all. So if
Wow.
you see that in your garden, get it out of
Does
there
look cool.
immediately.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I threw it in my kitchen trash can. And then we do have some photos from Essence as well. Essence says, "Morning, y'all. Thanks, Bridget, for pointing out this butterfly magnet, Liatris. Within a couple weeks of planting, it had a beautiful garden guest, my first monarch I've seen. I was so giddy. I want so many more now. Look at that.
That is so cool.
And when they say butterfly magnet, they mean it. This is a great plant. And then second part, I also have a pitcher plant that hasn't been growing more pitchers. Leaves are green, glossy, and healthy. What can I fertilize with to get more pitchers? Usually that's going to be like an environmental stress. So a lot of times my pitcher plants will completely lose their pitchers in the winter because it's inside. They go dormant. A lot of pitcher plants like to go dormant, whether it's going fully dormant all the way to the dirt or just losing their pitchers. Mine are just now starting to grow some because I did move mine outside. So they want those consistent warm temps. So if you still have it in your home with the AC on, you might want to put it outside in really bright indirect light. I don't typically recommend fertilizing them, at least not in the soil, because they can burn easily. They get their nutrients from eating those bugs, but yours do not have pitchers right now. What you can do is take a fertilizer and dilute it a whole lot and spray it on the leaves so it can absorb that through the leaves, and then you don't run the risk of that. But I would just stick it outside, water it with distilled water and Essence. I think you'll have some pitchers really, really soon. That's what ours do in the greenhouse here as well. In the winter, a lot of times we'd have to cut all the pitchers off. It's gorgeous leaves, and that's all we have. And then the ones we overwintered, I would say within the last 3 weeks or so, started growing their pitchers, and we're ahead of you in your house because we've got this greenhouse that stays very warm and has all this sun. So just give it time, Essence. It's coming.
Is that something that you would recommend Super Thrive for?
Super Thrive could work for it, yeah, because that's more of a plant food than a fertilizer.
Cool.
So I would still be a little bit careful with it in the soil, but yeah, definitely. That's a great thought. All right, so let's get to Kim's question on Facebook. I was like, where did it come in? I have calla lilies that have spread to other areas of my garden bed. Should I leave them in their random place or dig them up?
Kim, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want,
What do
Kim?
you want, Kim? Do you want them random or do you want to order? I think I'm probably going to leave them. That's just me.
I would probably leave them at least this year and dig them up later.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'll forget where they are.
Yeah.
Not a
That's
great time
true.
to transplant them successfully if they're just, if they meet the criteria of a weed, which is of course a plant out of place, then you can dig them up anytime and just pitch them. But if you're wanting to relocate them, it's not the best time to do that.
No, it
Just mark
is
'em.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you know where they are. Then you have a little project for once they go dormant. All right, one
Just
of my
don't mark them.
one of my encore azaleas completely lost its leaves. Is that normal?
Not typically.
None of my encore azaleas have lost leaves unless they were stressed when I planted them and didn't water them. I have had a couple completely defoliate, and then I did start watering them and they came back. But yeah, like Tyler said, not normally.
And I noticed that sometimes azaleas just need a good pruning to keep them looking happy because they can get really leggy and sparse. So I got rid of my azaleas. I moved on.
Yes.
You did?
I did.
So are they crispy? That would be the other thing.
That would be the other thing. Yeah.
You can go out there.
Well, they just said lost its leaves, so I don't
Well,
know.
and one thing to be mindful of in any type of azalea is that, all azaleas are rhododendron, not all rhododendron are azaleas, and that means nothing except to say that they all have this common feature where they have very shallow fibrous roots. Because those roots exist at the surface, they're very susceptible to extremes of anything.
Yes.
Heat, too much moisture, too little moisture. So they do require, and this is a mistake that's commonly made, proper soil preparation before you plant. You can't do it afterwards. Matter of fact, trying to incorporate those things into the soil after the fact can be quite damaging because you're cutting all those fibrous roots on the surface. So it may be that you think that you're being suggested using materials that are just adding to the ticket of the bill when you're using amendments like landscape in with your planting. You are in fact investing in that plant and its future well-being, not just the immediate. So keep that in mind.
You want to mound them up a little bit too, don't you, David?
Well, if in doubt as to the percolation and drainage of the soil, it would be better to have them a little high as opposed to a little low. They don't like wet feet.
Right.
Neither do they particularly like extremely dry feet. So, that's why the soil preparation is so important, to provide enough porosity to the soil so those tender roots can get well established, but at the same time, have enough organic material in there to give them something to root into.
Yep.
All right. What to plant in your garden now or in the coming weeks? I would say for me, all the plants on my driveway.
Yes.
That's what I would be planting.
We won't ask you to go down that list. Because
It's a big one.
lengthy.
But yeah, I mean, you could be planting perennials, you could be planting shrubs. The biggest thing is just going to be watering them in.
August is coming.
Anything you're willing to take care of that you're not going out of town
Yes.
for.
That is the smartest response there. Also a good time to start thinking about what you want to seed for the fall. Might be a bit early to start planting those seeds, but you can start planning what you want to plant.
Exactly. Yeah. Start thinking about that.
Vacations are the greatest threat to any new planting. If you're going on vacation, you don't have a reliable irrigation system that can cover these. You need to have, that person that you kind of co-op with. When they go on vacation, you help them out. When you go on vacation, they help you out. It's not
Make
a bad
them
thing.
go first.
Yeah, that way they're
Make them go first. Okay.
Okay. Make them
or
go first.
plan for a rainy time. Like we're currently in.
Let's get one more question in. Hornworms have feasted on our bell peppers. Any preventative measures you recommend?
Ooh. Get a UV flashlight and go out and find them at night.
Yeah.
Not a bad
Absolutely.
idea.
That would be a fun little game.
Try and find the eggs and larvae and clear them off before they get big and hungry.
Yes. Oh, even little
They
ones.
are voracious eaters.
I hear
But
they're a
cute.
good
Hope you
treat
don't.
for
I hope you don't have
chickens.
tomatoes.
Chicken treat. Did you hear that?
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the UV flashlights are available on Amazon, anywhere. I mean, they're easy to get, and they'll glow. They're cool. So I hear a little music in the background, David. That means we're out of time. We've
It
already
does mean
run
that,
through a
Josh.
whole
But
hour
you
of
know
the
what?
Gardening Inside Out.
Yeah, but we'll be back. There'll
Next
just be a
Saturday.
week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. Hey, folks, we appreciate you joining us every Saturday morning. Hey, watch during the week, like, subscribe, and share. Set your notifications so you get all the notifications about what's going on with the show. And join us live. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you next Saturday morning right here from the Green Room Studios at Bates Nursery and Garden Center. See you then.
Tyler here. Gardening Inside Out podcast is looking for sponsors for 2026. If you have a business that's plant and gardening related, or if you know of one, please get in touch with us at gardeninginsideout@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to Gardening Inside Out. It's hard to believe we're into our third year as a podcast, and we love hearing from you as we learn who our listeners are and what y'all enjoy about it. If you love the show, we greatly appreciate any likes, follows, shares, or word of mouth recommendations. If you've already done so, thank you for your support. There's many ways to get in touch with us, so send us a text with the fan mail feature or email gardeninginsideout@gmail.com. Happy gardening and see you next week.